Ho, ho, ho! I just described the three of us. No, not really. Thank you for joining. We are the Real Short Box Live edition here on YouTube Live, courtesy of Splattered Frog Brewing and Half's Hot Sauce. So thank you guys for joining us. As always, our teammates here, Mr. Chris and Mr. Kevin, thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you.
And on this very special Christmassy kind of episode, holiday episode, whatever you want to call it, it's the Clash of the Claws. Santa Clauses scavenging and tearing each other's eyes out and punching each other in the face and using their machine guns on each other and stuff. Whatever they have to do.
If you go to a mall, you can see that there.
You probably could, yeah. Actually, if you did go to the mall, you could definitely. I'm sure you could see that there. I'm going to do a few things in the background here, but let's talk about, in the meantime, a few Christmassy-like movies that you guys wanted to include, but you couldn't because Santa wasn't as prevalent in the film as you thought, or it just didn't work.
Yeah, start with you, Professor Turner.
Chris, Kevin immediately passed the buck. Let's start with you, Chris.
Well, there's a reason for that, and we're going to get into that in a minute. I'm going to say the first one that we that sadly didn't make the list is one of my favorite movies. It's actually number one on the list of movies, I believe, when Donald and I did a podcast last year, best movies about Santa. And that was Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And we kept it out. I kept it out for a couple of reasons. One, we had two other animated Rankin Bass type movies in there that felt were stronger representations of Santa. And it's the weakest of the three, in my opinion, of the movies. You'll see what other ones we have in a bit. Which is I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. But again, not necessarily about Santa, even though it is about Santa. And so we figured it's time to take that one off the list and put some other ones on the list that give them a chance to shine and let you guys pick which one you think is the best.
That sounds good.
That makes sense.
Oh, Santa Claus Coming to Town, not on the list. One of my favorites, but good old Fred Astaire.
You never go wrong with Fred Astaire, one of the legends of cinema.
No, you got Fred Astaire, Mickey Rooney.
Another legend.
As Santa Claus. But there's so many good Santa Claus movies that it's hard to choose just 16. So
it's true. It's true. We did have to narrow it down pretty hardcore to get this to work. But I think we did all right. Guys, I posted it as usual. This stupid thing posted a picture of me in the Blue Beetle costume. So disregard that annoying thing that happens every freaking time that we do this now for no reason whatsoever, thanks to Facebook.
Darn YouTube.
Yes, it is YouTube. Okay, so I posted it there. And we are good. Let's see. We should have some people joining us. Looks like we have a few joining us. Let me pull up the chats. Enrique, hello. Ricky, hello. So sorry about being late. I am at an undisclosed location, by the way, because my power went out immediately followed by my internet. The power came back on. The internet did not. In fact, though, I did just get a text message. It said my internet was going to be out until 9 Pacific time. They just texted me and said it has come back. So they can kiss my ass because I'm not leaving. I'm staying where I'm at. And that's that. So
You mean to tell me you can't do the show mobile, on the road, driving with your MacBook Pro?
No, absolutely not. I'm the only one actually that can't do mobile with this. I have to have strong internet connection. I have to have a space to set up and have all my accoutrements set up for me, my lovely libation ready, my glass of water ready, and a special little holiday treat for everybody. I brought the world's tiniest harmonica, and I will play a little holiday ditty for everyone later on. You can all take a look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's the most adorable harmonica I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it, though? It's just
It's
cute.
adorable little thing.
Yeah. So I'll
You know, pictures that all the time. I mean,
Chris loves it.
If you had like a little puppy dog could probably play that little harmonica.
It's possible, yeah. Yeah, I could get a little tiny bird, or any bird really probably could play a harmonica. They just get it in this
Parrot. Get a little parrot to play it.
That could work. Or a ferret. Get a ferret to eat it, and then when the ferret pants when it's running, like it makes this harmonica noise. That'd be adorable.
I was actually saw something on Facebook. They were talking replace the ball gag in a BDSM mask with the harmonica.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. It sounds terribly amazing, actually. I love it. I love it.
The other, one of the other movies that didn't make the list was the 2004 movie Polar Express. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis. I remember Tom Hanks having like one of the voice roles in it. And I think one of the reasons why we're discussing that, there's not enough Santa Claus in the movie itself. But it's kind of cool though, the kids with the train and everything, and it's a very well, can't say shot film per se, but just a well developed CGI, visual effects cartoon basically, or animation.
Yeah, really well done. Yeah.
And you, Donald? Do you have one in particular that you wanted in but didn't cut it?
Yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas. I did want to put that one in, particularly because it is very holiday cheery, gives you good feelings. But as Chris pointed out, Santa's really not a huge part of it so much as Ernest is, and it's about him saving Christmas. So there's a lot more with Ernest than there is with Santa, so it just didn't make sense to leave that one in. Although I really love the feeling of Christmas when I watch that film, and I'll probably watch that this year, I think. It's been a couple years since I've seen it. There's some movies that I watch over and over and over again for the holidays, one of those being Serendipity. I feel like that's like the ultimate Christmas film.
Yes.
So I love that. Hi, Mom. Sorry we're late. I'm at an undisclosed location because my power went out, immediately followed by my internet. So I had to hustle.
He's at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yes, I'm at the Ritz. And yes, Janet, know what I mean, Vern? Exactly.
God rest his soul. We missed that guy.
Yeah, that was really a tragedy, to be honest, when that happened. I was really broken up about that. Very upset.
Absolutely. He's basically, he's one of those people that's kind of part of your childhood. So when something like that happens, it definitely affects you and touches you.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct, because he was also Slinky Dog in Toy Story.
That's right. There you go.
Okay, there we go. We got another post there set up, and we are ready to rock and roll.
Yep, and I'll send it out to other places as well on Facebook.
Okay, so I want to thank the 5 people that are on currently. Tell 5 of your friends, and then have them tell 5 of their friends, and have the 5 friends that you had them tell their 5 friends tell 5 of their friends. And then the 5 friends that you told that they told their 5 friends that told their 5 friends, have them tell 5 friends. And then the 5 friends that you told that they told 5 friends, that those 5 friends told 5 friends, that those 5 friends told 5 friends, have those 5 friends tell 5 more friends.
So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5.
All right, I'm done.
Ultimate Ponzi scheme.
No, come on now.
You know what? We are actually giving away a couple prizes tonight. Kevin is so generously giving away a toy, a Christmas toy, and I am so generously giving away, I guess, I don't know, that sounds like I'm patting myself on the back, but I'm giving away a Christmas Blu-ray. So we are giving away a couple prizes. So yeah, definitely tell your friends of the prizes that are available that they can tune in for. I did not get that list yet. Is the list coming?
Ooh, the list.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Are you like the Santa, Donald? You know, you guys see who's been naughty and who's been nice?
Yes, you were exactly right. That's what I'm talking about. Who's been naughty and who's been nice? Who deserves a good old-fashioned spanking?
You know, Professor Turner.
Wait. Like, spanking, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because it could be either.
For you, it's definitely going to be bad.
Yeah, it's not going to be a good thing, Professor Turner. I think his spankings are quite violent.
I'm pretty violent with my spankings, yes.
I mean, either way, it's still a good thing or a bad thing, depending on who you're talking to.
Okay, so anyway, Evan popped in. Hey, Evan, thank you for joining. Gabe popped in. Gabe, what up, buddy? Hey, I want to tell you something, Gabe. I was just at San Diego Comic-Con Special Edition a couple weeks back. I went to that, and boy, oh boy, I'll text you some pictures if you haven't seen them. It was definitely different, but we did end up going to Miguel's. We went there, and that's not a friend of ours. That's a Mexican restaurant down there. And
very good restaurant.
Definitely did get the cheese dip, and I definitely asked them. I sweet-talked the guy. I said, hey, the tortilla chips you normally give us, I said, the hard ones. I said, do you get, like, the softer ones? And he's like, oh, you mean the wheat tortillas that they'll deep fry and they puff up and they're real soft and flaky? And I said, yeah, those. And he leans in and he's like, I'll get you a basket of that, don't worry. No charge! It was amazing. So I dipped those babies in that sauce and ate like a king. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. Let's see. We got, Mom says, nah, our chances are better of winning with less people.
Well, wait a second. They've won before.
They have, but so far everybody that's popped in, everybody qualifies, so we're good to go. Evan says, depending on if it's administered by Julio's mom. Ooh.
Oh, man.
We got a Julio's mom joke up in the house here.
Gotta be careful. Don't talk about a man's mother. That gets you in trouble.
Sherlock, a.k.a. Aiden's here. What's up, Aiden? Thanks for joining.
What's up, Aiden?
Maybe Aiden will actually win a prize for once. Or maybe Ricky will win it right from underneath him, like the last time.
That's true. Ricky did last time. He just got that beautiful Kang purple T-shirt that he wears with such pride.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, it's a cool T-shirt. Even I should get one myself. I mean, that thing was custom made, as you know.
It's true. It was custom made. Yeah, it was custom made by Julio's mom, if I recall.
Oh man, you guys are digging in on someone's mother. You know what? Next time he sees you, he's gonna slap you. You know that?
Really?
Yeah, he's gonna slap you.
I don't think he will.
I think he will.
Nah, because I'll be holding his camera, and if he slaps me and I drop it, it could break. So.
Yeah, well, after the show, he'll slap you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay, like a later slap. No, thank you.
Yeah, later slap. He'll catch you off guard. Like you won't see it coming.
Evan says, Ricky Bobby is crying now. And Ricky says, yes, I do every Wednesday. And then Evan says, we are both in tears. And Aiden says, I won the horror DVD. Still waiting on that. I wanted that King shirt, though. That thing is fire. What horror DVD? Who do you win it from? Kevin, did you not send him something?
A horror DVD?
Yeah.
Didn't we send that out?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, we have to look that up. If that's the case, then my apologies. We will get that to you then.
Yeah. I sent out mine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We'll talk about it later, Kevin. And
yeah, we'll talk about it later.
And Aiden, we'll take care of you if we indeed did not do what we said we would do. Don't worry about that. So Aiden actually did win something, so we don't have to feel bad if he doesn't win shit this time. Gabe says, for real, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, text and pics, and good God, do I miss Miguel's. Yeah, it was great. We got the sampler platter. I got a cocktail. Plenty of table space. No rush. Just hung out. It was great. It was a great time. But there wasn't a lot of us. It was just Maria and myself as far as the Comic-Con gang is concerned. Kevin could not make it because Kevin's butthole was burning, he said. Something with that.
Apparently.
Aiden says, I don't know. I won something. Okay. Kevin, I'm sure you wrote it down, right? You always...
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
All right. So Kevin will check it out, and we'll see what you won. And we'll go from there to make sure you get it. Okay, so my Steelers Santa hat, though, they needed that win last night over the Ravens. Yes, they did, and they got it. They got it. Oh.
Also, congratulations to Professor Turner. Detroit Lions finally got one.
Yeah, they finally got a win.
Came a little early this year.
And also, the Michigan Wolverines are in the college football playoff. So, yeah, you had a great weekend, sir.
Big Ten champions.
And I would like to give a rest in peace to my fantasy football career. I'm officially giving up on this season. I've only won 4 games, so there's just no way that it's going to happen. My players this week decided to just shit the bed and get 1 point on one player, 2.3 on another, 3 points for one, and another 1-pointer for another, and I said, F it, I quit. So, to that, cheers, goodbye, fantasy football. I'm over for the year.
Well, hey.
Just brutal with injuries. Brutal year for me. I did not like it. So let's go ahead. Let's put up maybe like a preliminary, right? Let's get this going so we can get some time moving here. I'm going to pull up a few things. I'm going to pull up the shot clock here so I can get that started. I got to find it. So pardon me on my slow moving time here. Oh, look at that. I just found an image of something. Let me see if I can post it here. Yep, look. That's the King shirt. Ah, shit. Sorry, Aiden. You know what? We're not going to worry about the shot clock. I'm not going to look for it forever. We'll just time it on our phones.
Yeah, plus it can be a little troublesome.
Sometimes it can be a little tricky. Okay, so I've opened up the Clash the Clauses folder. I didn't actually resize anything. I meant to, and again, with the power outage and the internet issues, that did not happen. So hopefully we don't have any problems tonight. I'll just resize as we go. Let's pull up our preliminaries. What do we have? Who versus who, Kevin?
Let's see here. Pardon me. My list just went out there.
We have.
Let's see. Arthur Christmas.
Okay. I'm going to bring up Arthur Christmas. Chris, would you like to mention something about Arthur Christmas?
Arthur Christmas, great animated film. I'm not so fair because it's not on our list, so I wasn't.
Well, you watched it.
Yes, I did watch it. Arthur Christmas has a really good cast in it. It has interesting. It has an interesting casting choice because it has James McAvoy as Arthur and Bill Nighy as Santa Claus, which is an interesting choice for Santa because Bill, the only way he'd ever be able to play Santa is in a cartoon. So that was interesting.
Okay. What's the other one, Kevin? The other film?
Polar Express.
Polar Express. Okay, in the Polar Express, since Kevin pushed so hard, why don't you mention and talk about it?
Well, I mentioned it earlier with Tom Hanks. It was Robert Zemeckis' film. Came out in 2004. The animation's is slightly creepy the way the kids look, but it's a fun little movie about the Christmas spirit. Can't go wrong there.
Yeah, so we have Arthur Christmas versus the Polar Express, guys. So everybody in the chat that wants to cast a vote, feel free to do so. Arthur Christmas versus Polar Express. Feel free to cast your vote, and we'll see in this preliminary round who wins and who loses it all. Dun, dun, dun.
I guess that's a bad example of explaining Arthur Christmas here. The thing I was trying to get to that I couldn't remember is that Jim Broadbent, rest in peace, played I think he played like an older version of Santa Claus, which is interesting because he plays Santa Claus in another movie on our actual list later.
Wait, he passed away?
Yes, he did.
Oh, really?
Yes.
When?
I think. No, maybe not.
Oh, jeez.
That was the guy from That was the guy from.
Oh man.
Rabbit. I was thinking of.
Hey, you're killing people off here, Chris.
No, thank God he's still alive. No, it was the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit who died.
The guy from Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I often get Jim Broadbent confused with Bob Hoskins.
Super Mario movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we've got some votes here. Wow. I don't think there's a competition here, guys. Ricky says Polar Express. Enrique says Polar Express. Janet says Polar Express. Love Tom Hanks' voice. Would be so fun to ride that train. I think she's still talking about the Polar Express train, not Tom Hanks. Although, one never knows with Janet. So that's 3 votes for Polar Express. Mom says Polar Express. Dad says Polar Express. That's 5. Aiden says Polar Express. That's 6. So we have 6 votes for Polar. Nothing for Arthur Christmas.
It's a shutout.
It's a shutout. Arthur Christmas is done.
Poor Arthur.
Polar Express takes that and moves on to nothing because that was just a practice round.
Yeah.
But that shows how much you love it. And we have another one here, I think, Kevin, because I see a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yes, but I guess you guys made a little slight change in the master list. So I guess if you wanted to play the game, we could put that against.
Are we putting it against one that's in the actual?
Yeah.
No, let's not do that. Let's put it up against Polar Express.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It could take out our champion.
All right, see who I can kill off now.
So, this is the Tales from the Crypt episode where the guy from L.A. Law, and also he played in Darkman, and he was Dr. Giggles. Can't remember the gentleman's name. Great character actor. Played a fantastic psycho Santa that escapes and does in basically a very naughty lady that did some terrible things in her life. So she gets her comeuppance.
So you're saying she deserved it?
Yes, I think. Somewhat. Maybe not fully, but somewhat.
I mean, I don't know if anyone deserves to be strangled.
Right. And that's going against Polar Express. So, cast your votes, guys. You can just put in Tales from the Crypt, or Tales if you want, or Crypt if you would like, versus Polar Express. And we'll see what wins.
Is it the one that was directed by Robert Zemeckis?
That Tales from the Crypt
yes.
episode?
No. Yeah.
Well,
if that's the case, that's kind of interesting.
It might have been.
That's funny. That's 2 of his projects going at it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
He was a mental patient, right?
Yes, escaped mental patient.
And all through the house. Yeah, it was directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Wow, look at that.
Ain't that something? Robert Zemeckis versus Robert Zemeckis.
There you go.
So we have 3 votes for Polar Express so far, no votes for Tales from the Crypt. So guys, anybody in the chats right now that wants to vote for Tales from the Crypt, you need to cast your vote so we can see if it wins or not. So let us know. Otherwise, it is going to be Polar Express that's going to take this.
Let me get it out of here. Tales from the Crypt doesn't belong in a Christmas special.
Well, it is a Santa Claus. Hey, David. Wow. Look at that. Denenberg's in the house, yo.
All right. He got the message. Thank you for joining us, Brother David.
Okay, we got 1 vote for Tales from the Crypt, guys. Looks like we got ourselves a match here.
Uh-oh.
We got 4 votes for Polar Express and 1 for Tales from the Crypt. So, if anybody wants to vote for the Tales from the Crypt episode where a psycho guy escapes, puts on a Santa Claus costume, and strangles the shit out of a lady, versus creepy children on a train with Tom Hanks that Janet may or may not want relations with.
You're accusing her of...
Yeah, we missed you, David.
Donald, we got to remember, though, like, since people are voting, we got to remember that what we're voting for are the Santa Clauses themselves, not necessarily the movies. So, vote about that. We got to think about that.
It's
Good
true.
point. That's a good point.
It's true.
So as you're thinking about these movies, people, think about which Santa Claus would you rather get a hug by?
Or would you rather have strangle your ex?
Yes.
Now, come on now. Don't say such things.
What? That's what happens.
The way you said it almost like you were implying something.
No, Kevin. I'm not implying anything.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Weirdo.
Trying to keep you out of jail, sir.
Not creepy kids, just different, Mom says. David says Polar Express. Let's just give Polar Express the win, guys. I don't think we're gonna see
Polar
Dale
Express
Crypt
is our champion of the
take this.
movies that don't count.
Right, movies that don't count. Polar Express wins in the list of movies that don't count for our warm up. Since we're running late, we're gonna blow through some of these pretty fast, guys. So get your fingers ready. Get your fast fingers ready to vote. First up on the list, and I think this is one that Chris is going to primarily take because he's seen both of these. I've only seen one of the two. I meant to see the other one, but I watched the wrong thing over the weekend because apparently what I watched is what Kevin had already seen. So now I'm in quite a pickle. So we have the Netflix animated film Klaus versus another animated film, this one being by DreamWorks Animation. I don't know if that first one was, but this one is Rise of the Guardians.
Oh.
Now, which one would you like to see win? Would we like Klaus versus Santa Claus and Rise of the Guardians? Both have magical powers. One of them looks like he likes to deliver letters.
All right. Do you want me to talk about it?
Yes, please do.
All right. So we got Klaus, a very interesting version of Santa Claus. He's never called Santa Claus. He's just called Klaus. Basically, he's a woodsman and he makes toys and he teams up with a Jew named Jesper Johansson. I don't know if the character is Jewish, but he's played by Jason Schwartzman. So Jew, and basically what happens is they live in this town called what's it called? It's Smearensburg or something like that. And basically, all these people are really bad, like really bad people. And he's in training to be a postman, and he basically teams up with this woodsman who makes toys, and so basically together the two of them start delivering toys to the kids who are good to try getting people to start being good in this town, and then it happens for a bunch of years, and then eventually, the woodsman, you find out woodsman like had like a wife that died, and then the woodman dies, and then like basically becomes the spirit and comes back every year as Santa Claus and delivers toys to children around the world. So it's a very interesting origin story of Santa Claus, very different take. J.K. Simmons is our Santa Claus in this case. Can't go wrong with his voice. Love his, J.K. Simmons, always great. And then you have Norm Macdonald. One of the last things Norm Macdonald did in the movie, it's not really Santa Claus, but Rise of the Guardians. The only thing to say here is you got Santa Claus fighting evil. Not really called Santa Claus in the movie. He's actually called Nicholas St. North. He's the leader of the Guardians. He's pretty badass. Played by Alec Baldwin.
Huh. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, so that's why
Russian.
I kind of wanted you to take that. But I like it. I liked it. I would like to see Klaus, or however you pronounce it.
Very, very good movie.
I think that would be a fun one to watch. So let's tally some of these votes. So everybody in the chats, if you haven't voted, please vote. Chris, you're going to do Klaus. Kevin, you're going to do Rise of the Guardians. All right?
Okay.
Okay, so David says Tales from the Crypt is that show that I watched as a kid on HBO that I wasn't allowed to watch. Let's see. David says Klaus all day, so vote for Klaus. My mom says Klaus. My dad says Klaus. Oh, by the way, everybody say hello to my mother and father.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. McKinney.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Enrique says Klaus. Mom says she likes them both, but they voted for Claus. So Sherlock Holmes says Claus. And Janet says Claus has great animation. So I think that's a vote for Claus from Janet as well. So it sounds like it's pretty much
The wipeout.
a wipeout. Anybody that's voted has voted for Claus. No votes for Rise of the Guardians. So we're going to give it to Claus and take out Rise of the Guardians. And that's how it works, guys. If you don't vote,
That's it.
your guy doesn't
Snooze.
go on. So
You snooze, you lose.
Claus moves on to the second round. Now, next up, we've got a big one, guys.
Heavy hitter here.
You know how we always do this. Usually it's the first one we put up, but we thought, we'll put up a second one. You know, like do a smaller one first, which is why you got Claus versus Rise of the Guardians. So our second one is definitely probably one of the biggest of the night. So you're going to want to pay attention to this one. Let's just say he can guide our sleigh anytime. We're talking about Rudolph,
Yeah.
the red-nosed reindeer.
I love Rudolph.
What a big, huge, heavy hitter with Santa Claus kind of being an old curmudgeon in a way, being a little confused about Rudolph and where his place is in the world.
He's a
So that's that version of Santa, also stop-motion animation. And it is going up against another heavy hitter. Yes, we're talking about Elf.
It's
And
about the Will Ferrell movie? Oh, no.
yes, and we're talking about another Santa that's a bit of a curmudgeon at times and also doesn't quite know of Elf's place within the world. So there's a lot of similarities between the characters of Rudolph and Elf himself. Elf being, what was his name? Something the
Buddy?
Elf? Buddy, thank you. Yes, Buddy. Jesus, I don't know why that left my head. So a lot of similarities between Rudolph and Buddy, to be honest. So I think this is going to be a hard one.
I gotta remember, we're thinking about the Santas, the two curmudgeons. We gotta think of which one's the better curmudgeon. Ed Asner in Elf versus some guy named Stan Francis as the curmudgeon Santa in
Right.
Rudolph.
Stop motion Santa or live action Ed Asner as Santa.
Interesting though that
Take
the
your pick.
Santa in Rudolph looks like Ed Asner, and that's kind of, but you know, it's about 30, 40 years before Elf, which I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm. So casting your votes. Kevin, did you tell Bonnie about tonight?
I believe so, but you know what? I will send her the link if she needs it.
Yeah, please do. Because one of her favorites is going to be coming up here in a little bit, and I want her to be here for that if she wants to be here for that. Okay, so Chris, let's have you do Elf. Kevin, let's have you do Rudolph. That's because Kevin's busy. He's not going to have much to do. Ricky says Elf. Mom says Elf. Dad says Elf. Austin, thanks for joining, Austin. Austin says Elf. Enrique says Elf. David says Elf. And Gabe says Elf.
Well, I guess that wasn't much of a
Not quite as huge of a heavy hitter duo as
Yeah.
we thought.
yeah.
Really quite surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, you got some Rudolph haters here. Good Lord.
Well, I think Elf has really established itself as a modern day classic. So
Yeah, it's true, but I mean, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Evan says
Again,
Elf.
yeah, we're talking about which Santa's better, so I mean, I can
Yeah,
see
that's true.
Santa
That's true.
beating the Santa from Rudolph.
True. And God rest his
Right.
soul as well.
So looking at the numbers, there's no way. So Janet says
Elf
Rudolph
wins.
is one of my all-time favorites. It's Rudolph, eat Papa, eat. So I think Janet voted for Rudolph. So we got one for
Yep.
Rudolph in what,
Yay!
7 or
There
8
we
for
go.
Elf. Yeah. So Elf wins. Rudolph, sorry. That's really surprising. So Rudolph is done. Elf moves on. Okay, next round. Got another big set of films here, guys. Maybe not as big as I thought, though. I got a feeling that one of these is going to just run away with it.
Mhm.
We're talking about Jack and Sally, Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas is going to take on Another what I thought would have been a big one, but maybe not. We're talking about the Santa Claus in A Year Without a Santa.
Again, Mickey Rooney. Not sure if this was before or after Santa Claus has come to town, but either reprising the role or starting the role as Santa.
Yeah.
Against Jack Skellington as Santa. Well, really, there's like two Santas, because there's the Santa that's so dumb that he gets kidnapped.
There's Sandy Claus, yeah, or whatever. But we're gonna go with Jack Skellington's version of Santa in this. So think about that versus Mickey Rooney, good wholesome Mickey Rooney being Santa Claus in The Year Without a Santa Claus. Cast your votes whenever you want. Denenberg has already cast his. Chris, Kevin, since it's going to be primarily you two doing the numbers, which one wants Nightmare and which one wants The Year Without?
I'll take Year Without.
Okay.
All right, I'll do Nightmare.
All right. Okay, we'll start as soon as we get a few more of these votes in. I'll start tallying them up for you guys. Okay, it looks like they're starting to come in. David says Nightmare, Enrique says Nightmare, Ricky says Nightmare. That's 3 nightmares, 0 years without. Austin says Nightmare. That's 4. By the way, we are giving away a prize, 2 prizes at the end of the night. You have to stay and be here for the end of the night in order for us to do that. We're going to try to wrap this up by 9 p.m., guys. So Pacific time anyway. So in another 45 roughly minutes, if you hang on, we will be giving away a Christmas Blu-ray and a Christmas toy. Should be a lot of fun to do that, to get on the wheel of fun, so to speak, here with, Kevin spinning the wheel, as he loves to do.
I'm the Vanna White of the show.
Let's see here. So, oh boy, I just enlarged that and shrunk it down and enlarged it again. Okay, there we go. We had 4 for Nightmare. Am I correct? Is that where we were at?
That's correct.
Okay, so Mom says Year Without a Santa Claus. Dad says Year Without a Santa Claus.
Okay.
Gabe says Nightmare Before Christmas, and Evan says Nightmare Before Christmas. So
Right, that's six votes so far for Nightmare.
So it sounds like it's 6-2 right now, guys. If there's 4 of you out there that have yet to vote that want Year Without a Santa Claus to be a part of this, you need to cast your vote now. I think Janet just did it in. Nightmare Before Christmas for Janet. And based on the numbers, we should call it.
Yeah, called in the towel. Your Santa Claus calls in the towel.
Yep. Nightmare Before Christmas moves on. Okay. Now, here's an interesting one that you guys might not know a lot about. So I'm going to talk a little bit about both of them because I've seen both of them. It's been a bit. It's been a year. I'm a little rusty, but I'll do my best. Sherlock cast his vote for Nightmare. Thank you. Nightmare did win, so we're good there. Now, this one's going to be fun, I think. We're going to have some fun with this. Okay, so the first one that we're going to put up is Kurt Russell. And this is a recent kind of a classic, I guess we could say, so to speak. Let's see if I can get the picture up. I don't know if I can. Sorry, guys. Let me try. Nope, that ain't it.
It should be there.
Well, the problem is the picture's so large.
Oh.
I just have trouble. There we go. Okay, great. Now I can shrink it down. There we are. All right, sorry that took a minute, guys. Okay, so we have Christmas Chronicles with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell plays Mr. Claus. Stuck in the city with some kids trying to help him out. Some musical numbers. He's in prison, in a jail cell. Gets all the prisoners to dance and sing with him with Christmas cheer to get out of the prison. Just a bunch of nonsensical stuff like that. But just a real hoot. A lot of fun to watch. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. The second one is not as good, but it's also on Netflix. From what I'm told, it's just okay. So, say what you want. I don't know 100% certainty myself, but the people that have told me, I take their word for it pretty well. So, the first one that I've seen, though, is a hoot. Fred Claus is the second one. Now, this is Paul Giamatti playing Santa Claus. The classic, really fun-loving, ho-ho-ho. It's all about Christmas with his brother, Fred, played by Vince Vaughn. That's fast-talking, wheeling and dealing, kind of the black sheep of the family, and how he needs to borrow money again from his brother, and his brother, Kris Kringle, so to speak, Santa Claus, decides to make him work for it and puts him to work at the North Pole, and hilarity ensues. So, pretty good film overall. I think Paul Giamatti does play a great Santa. So I think we have a very, very seriously classic, good Santa played by Paul Giamatti, and a very eccentric kind of a rockabilly outlaw kind of Santa Claus played by Kurt Russell. Very jovial, both of them, so they do an excellent job. So you can choose Christmas Chronicles, played by Kurt Russell, or Fred Claus, played by Paul Giamatti. Take your pick. Cast your vote.
You don't mind being hugged by either Claus?
I would not.
You wouldn't mind being hugged by either of them?
Aiden says,
being hugged by either of them.
guys, Aiden says Christmas with the Cranks is the best Christmas movie of all time. At me. It's bad. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, really. Like, I don't know if I can restrain myself from slapping you across the mouth when I see you on Wednesday. That's how bad that film is. I just gotta hold it back.
It's taste. It's taste.
Hold it
all
back.
About taste.
No. See? It's tough. Okay. So let's see. Mom likes them both. Okay, so let's start casting some votes here. It looks like people are voting. Guys, I'm going to do Christmas Chronicles, okay? I'm going to count those votes. Chris, you do Fred Claus, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so David says Christmas Chronicles. Enrique says Christmas Chronicles. David says Vince Vaughn is trash. Don't at me, Chicago Rob.
Wow.
David, Vince Vaughn can't even get Rob's name right, so don't worry. I don't think Rob's that seriously in love with him anymore. I think his name, he called him Michael the last time I saw him. Rob was like, hey, Vince. Oh, that was fun. Christmas Chronicles by Mom and Dad. Sherlock says Fred Claus. And Gabe says Christmas Chronicles. So it looks like it's 5-1 so far.
Well, looking at things mathematically, I don't think that it's possible for Freddy Claus to catch up, just going by the people that are in the chat. But we'll give it another, 10 seconds?
Well, mathematically, that has just changed. So, yeah, we'll give it a couple more. It's voting Fred Claus versus The Christmas Chronicles. Guys, cast your vote. If you want Fred Claus to stay in the running, you have to vote now for Fred Claus. Otherwise, Christmas Chronicles is going to run away with it. Like, for sure.
See, yeah, Fred just needs, Owen Wilson to come in and run interference for him so he can escape Christopher Walken.
Okay, so let me double check here. We might have a run. This might get interesting. David says Chronicles. Enrique says Chronicles. Mom says Chronicles. Dad says Chronicles. Gabe says Chronicles. That's 5. Okay, so Sherlock Holmes says Fred Claus. Janet says Fred Claus is great. And Austin says Fred Claus. So that's 3 for Fred Claus. So 3-5. Guys, if you haven't voted and you want Fred Claus to be in the running, vote now. I don't think we've gotten a vote from Evan. And I don't think Ricky Bobby has voted either. So if you guys want to vote, let us know. Let us know, guys.
We got another one that just came in.
Yep, Ricky just voted for Fred.
Wow. Okay. You mean to tell me this might go to the Supreme Court the way things
Now
are
we
going?
got a show here. Now we got a game.
Oh my goodness! What a comeback! What a comeback!
Don't call it a comeback. Fred Claus has been here for years. Okay. All right. Anybody in the chat that wants to vote for Fred Claus, if you want it to tie Christmas Chronicles or beat Christmas Chronicles, you have to vote now. If you want Christmas Chronicles to win, you also should vote now because it's only one vote away from a tie.
And
Ray
if you
Ray.
don't know, just pick which one you think looks better.
Ray just popped in and said Christmas Chronicles. So,
Oof. Well,
I think we've spent enough time on this. I think Christmas Chronicles takes it. Fred Claus.
Well, yeah.
It was close, guys. It was going to be a battle, but
I was getting, and I can see you're getting your robes ready, Santa.
I had my golden hand.
right. Okay.
Santa Turner.
We have what Chris so eloquently stated, and I agreed with. I thought wholeheartedly this was a very good idea. Battle of the Santa Malls. Or the Mall Santas.
Mall Santas.
Jesus, I'm drunk.
Too much eggnog there, buddy. Too much
Right?
eggnog.
Okay, this is another very large picture, guys, so bear with me. I'm just going to try to shrink it down here.
That's a funny photo, by the way. This is hilarious. That does happen in real life. Yes, some kids, they just do not want to be there.
This picture is way too large. I can't keep it. Actually, no. There I go. I got it. Great. Okay. So, the first one being Bad Santa. And the second one is
Classic.
the original, the classic, the original, by the way, based on the picture here. Miracle on 34th Street. So, the Battle of the Mall Santas, we have Billy Bob Thornton versus Oldie McOlderstein. I don't know his name. I'm sorry.
You said Oldie McOldie'stein.
Oh, so we have Bad Santa versus Miracle on 34th Street. We have Billy Bob's Santa versus Oldie McOlderstein Santa.
Edmund Gwen, sir. Edmund Gwen.
David says, Kevin, you're so blissful having no children. Keep it that way.
Okay.
And the young Natalie Wood.
That's right. A young Natalie Wood.
No shit. In Bad Santa?
No.
Oh, come on now. She was long gone by then, brother. Come on now.
Okay, here we go. Votes coming in. Oh boy. So far it's a tie right now. Oh, nope. Oh, yep, tie again. Wow. Okay, so Chris,
Santa Chris might get the robes ready.
Chris, let's have you do Miracle on 34th. Kevin, let's have you do Bad Santa.
Of course you give me Bad Santa.
Ray says Bad Santa. Mom says Miracle on 34th. Dad says Miracle on 34th. Ricky says Bad Santa. David says Bad Santa, F 34th Street.
Wow.
And Enrique says Miracle on 34th Street. So it seems like it's 3-3, am I correct?
It is. Bless you, whoever sneezed.
That was me. That was allergic to all those Bad Santa votes.
Mom says, I love that movie, 34th Street. Austin says Bad Santa, and Evan says Bad Santa. So it looks like it's...
Oh, my goodness.
Bad Santa's taking the lead 5-3.
This is crazy.
Am I correct?
Yes, it is. 5-3. This is crazy.
All right, guys, start voting. By the way, we are giving away prizes at the end. We are giving away a couple gifts. So stick with us till the end. Also, tell your friends, especially this time of year. You know, spread the joy, spread the love. Let them know that they could win a free prize or a gift. We'll put them in if they join right now. We're not Scrooges. We're not monsters. We'll give them a prize if they win. It's okay. Unless you're Aiden, and then apparently we just don't send it or bring it. I swore, yeah, I think that you were supposed to take it in, Kevin. I think that's...
Maybe that's what it was.
I think it's what it was, and you just haven't been there.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't been there because when I went to New York and everything, yeah, that's true. That's probably exactly what it is.
I think it's what happened. Gabe says Bad Santa. Did I say that? Mom
Yes.
says a lump of coal for all the Bad Santa fans. LOL. So it's still 5-3.
If Gabe was the new one, I think it's
Let's do
6-3.
Bad Santa, Bad Santa, Bad Santa, Bad Santa, Bad Santa, Bad Santa. 6-3. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
so Bad
Well, we
Santa-
spent enough time on this one. Bad Santa takes it. Miracle on 34th loses.
I tell you, a lot of your grandparents are going to be very upset at you for doing this.
Yeah, right. Don't tell your grandparents, guys. Okay, this one's an interesting one. This is a Chris Turner one for the most part, although I can help him with the second one because we've both seen it. It is on Netflix. It's delightful. The first one, I don't believe is on Netflix. I wanted to watch it last year. I didn't get a chance to. I'm going to watch it this year. I think Maria should watch it too. It's called The Fat Man. Mel Gibson playing Santa Claus. Am I correct?
Yes, it is an action film. Well, it's a lot less action than the trailer makes it look like. It's really like one action film, it's like one big action sequence at the end of the movie, pretty much. Walton Goggins plays a man hired by a spoiled rich kid to kill Santa because he doesn't get what he wants for Christmas. And so Walton Goggins comes to Santa's house to kill him, and then Santa kind of does this Rambo-type maneuvers with traps and stuff, and the two of them fight it out, duke it out. So the last one survives, and Santa does some Santa-y stuff, and it's Mel Gibson playing, pretty badass Santa.
So someone put a contract hit on Santa. That's disturbing.
Yeah, little rich, like 10-year-old rich kid.
Little spoiled guy.
He uses his grandma's credit card.
Mom says that is a good one. So, wow, my mom likes it. It's got a seal of approval from my mother.
So I'm like, there was like 6 people that have seen that movie, and we're 2 of them. So.
Wow. Okay, the next one is a very fun, quirky one. It has Jim Broadbent, who's very much alive, by the way, and Warwick Davis, who played Willow and also Wicket, if I believe. He loves playing characters with the W. Plays an elf in this as well. So Chris, basically, he just goes to prison, right? Kind of gets put in jail and has to.
Yeah, he gets arrested, and this guy with his kid trying to basically spend the movie trying to get him out of jail to save Christmas.
Got it.
And Jim Broadbent tries to get hard, and not in the way we think, but
right.
In the I think he gets dreads at one point.
He puts it's cornrols or whatever you call
it. Yeah, it's cornrows. He gets cornrows, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Jim Broadbent is, I think, one of my favorite Santas. He exudes that character of who you think Santa is, and I think it's just so funny. Like, now I think about it, we should have put Get Santa against Christmas Chronicles, because they both go to prison, but they're totally opposite Santas. So
yeah, and this is more
kind
of
an
a
action film. There's a lot of stuff about breaking Santa out of prison and stuff. So there's a lot of some action. So that's why I put the 2 together.
right.
We got Jim Broadbent, fantastic Santa, versus probably the most badass Santa out of them, William Wallace, Santa Claus.
There you go.
Hello, Bonnie. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Bonnie, thanks. So we have Fat Man versus Get Santa. Now, we already have 1 vote for Fat Man from Enrique. But everybody else, cast your vote. Let us know who you think should win. Fat Man versus Get Santa. Cast your vote. You might be surprised who wins. This is a round where I don't think a lot of people know these films. So that's good and bad. It's bad because we won't get a lot of votes, but it's good because I feel like a lot of you might then seek these out, and I think they're both worthwhile. Chris at least agrees with that. I still have to see Fat Man myself, but I know Get Santa is a very fun film. I was incredibly surprised by it. pleasantly, to be honest, and I'm going to watch it again. So I enjoyed it. Mom says they were both good, and then her and Dad both vote for Fat Man. So we've got 3 for Fat Man.
So 3 for Fat Man.
3 votes total for Fat Man right now. Nothing for Get Santa. Okay, we've got 1 for Get Santa. Ricky votes Get Santa.
All right.
3 for Get Santa, or for Fat Man, 1 for Get Santa, and go ahead and cast your votes. There's plenty of people in the chats. If you feel like being seen, cast your vote. Let us know. In the meantime, I will talk about a wonderful company that sponsors us called Splattered Frog Brewing. Splattered Frog Brewing is a wonderful brewery. It's a microbrew company in the rolling flat plains of Texas, next to a wonderful creek 5 miles away from the home of Splattered Frog, where they make delightful beers for all the good boys and girls around Christmas time to get the children drunk so they can't complain about their presents. And they have a delightful selection. You can go to their website. I will get you the link right now. Splatteredfrog.com. You type in the code SHORTBOX for 20% off your order. You can get a lovely hat like Kevin's wearing, or a shirt.
Did you say 20% off?
20% off, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
So Donald's the real Santa here, 20% off. Wow.
Yes.
I know.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry
20%
Christmas.
discounts.
For 20% off. Ho, ho, ho. You know, that's about as good of a discount as any of the websites were giving for Black Friday. F all of them, by the way. Black Friday was terrible this year. I don't know how everybody else scored or did, but
I got a PlayStation 5.
I got like 2 things.
You what?
I got a PlayStation 5 at Walmart. Walmart.com.
Oh,
Man, I'm coming over to your house.
well. Christmas came early for Mr. Turner, I guess. Gee.
And also, Christmas came early for us. We are honored with the presence of Mr. Alex Banquita.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for joining, buddy. We are doing right now Fat Man versus Get Santa. 2 films that are very not well known, but are both very good. So we have another vote for Fat Man from Sherlock Holmes. And Bonnie says, I haven't seen either, but I'll say Fat Man because of the Arc-Light connection. So it looks like Fat Man's kind of run away with it. So we're going to move on from this. Sorry, Chris.
It's okay. I like both movies.
Fat Man moves on. Get Santa is wiped out. Okay. We got some new comments. Alex says, faux show. Unfortunately, I got to go idle for a bit, but I'll be back. All right, Alex, no problem.
No problem.
Okay, number 7's another huge round, guys. Another huge round. Bonnie, take notice. We have
the biggest round.
Tim Allen, starring in one of the biggest holiday films of all time, The Santa Claus. Played a very good Santa, I felt. Did a really good job. Basically, he distracts Santa, who falls off of his roof and dies. And he picks up this card that says, if you picked up this business card, you are now Santa due to the clause written down below in small letters. So, thought it was cute.
And it has amazing wordplay, the clause.
Right.
I love it. It's great.
Very well done. Whoever wrote this was very smart. And it is going up against a very odd duck indeed. A movie with John Lithgow and Dudley Moore. We're talking about Santa Claus, the movie. Who played Santa? I have no damn clue. But he does a great job. So we have the Santa Claus versus Santa Claus, the movie.
David
And
Huddleston plays
guys,
Santa.
cast your vote when you're ready.
Yeah, David Huddleston. You said that, right?
Huddleston, yeah, David Huddleston.
Yeah. God rest his soul too. Did for Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore. He pickled his liver good.
Also, God rest David Huddleston as well. He's no longer with us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's in the Big Lebowski, I think.
Oh yeah, David. Yeah, Darren definitely knows who plays that Santa. Darren worked with Tim Allen for years on Last Man Standing, by the way.
Oh, really?
Not quite Santa. not as jovial as the Santa in this film, but who is really as jovial?
You could be jovial.
I know I did this mashup just for you, Bonnie. Let's see. We've got some votes coming in. Okay, so
make sure you're very clear with your votes,
right?
Because
Chris, you take the Santa Claus, and Kevin, you take Santa Claus the movie.
Okay.
Janet says Santa Claus. Austin says Santa Claus.
As in the movie.
Darren or David, you are also correct there. Mom says the Santa Claus. Dad says the Santa Claus. Bonnie says Santa Claus the movie, the real Santa. So she's voting for that one. Enrique says the Santa Claus. And David says Darren idolizes Tim Allen. Ricky says the Santa Claus. Pete has joined us. Thank you for joining us, Pete. He says Tim Allen, so he's voting for the Santa Claus. And David is voting Tim Allen for Darren, so he is also voting for the Santa Claus. Bonnie, I am so sorry, but it seems that Santa Claus the movie is getting its butt kicked.
Yeah,
Am I correct?
Like 2 votes. It's only like 2 votes so far.
And how many does Tim Allen's film have?
I think it's like 8, but it could be 7. It got a little confusing at the beginning with spellings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's pretty obvious that this isn't going to work out.
Yeah. So Santa Claus takes Santa Claus the movie. Tim Allen moves on. Chris Duque has popped in. Thanks for joining us, Chris. Nice to see you, buddy.
What's up, Chris?
And our last of the first round. This one, we decided to go a different way. We decided there are all kinds of Santas. So we need to represent, sorry Mom in advance, we need to represent the kind of the scarier side of Santa. So we're doing, first one, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes.
I don't know if it's Garbage Day or not.
Yeah, actually, part 2. That's what that line is said.
Okay. So, Silent Night, Deadly Night versus the one I watched this weekend because I thought I would be talking about this one, and then it ends up Kevin has already seen it. So,
You can still talk about it.
Bill Goldberg in Santa Slays. Santa Slay, actually, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg.
So, Silent Night, Deadly Night versus Santa's Sleigh.
You can talk about Santa's Sleigh. I can talk about Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes, Chris, just 3 of us tonight. I almost didn't make it myself. We've had a big power outage, internet dropping issue in the Valley area here. Sammy was going to be our guest. She unfortunately could not make it. She did not have internet. It dropped out for me, so I am at an undisclosed location right now to do this. So thankfully I was even able to do it because my place doesn't have internet, and it didn't have power either.
It's at the Ritz-Carlton.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm at the Ritz. Okay. So we've got, wow. So I will take Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Kevin, you do Santa's Sleigh, okay?
Oh, so I got the reverse.
So I have, Enrique says Silent Night, Deadly Night. Jarrett says Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's 2. Pete says, haven't seen either, but I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm going with Goldberg. So Santa's Sleigh. Louis, thanks for joining us, buddy. He says Silent Night, Deadly Night.
All right.
Chris Duque says Santa's Sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Janet says Silent Night, Deadly Night. Gabe says Silent Night, Deadly Night. So that's 5 for that. How many does Santa's sleigh have?
2 so far.
Okay. Anybody that wants to keep Silent Night or Santa's sleigh with Bill Goldberg in the running against Silent Night, Deadly Night? It's Santa versus Santa here, guys, not film versus film. So think about the Santas in this.
Yeah. These killer Santas.
Who do you think's a better killer Santa, so to speak?
Who is the Santa in Silent Night? I don't know that movie, so.
Okay, basically what it is this this young guy, he suffered from PTSD. When he was a kid, his parents were murdered by a guy in a Santa costume. So he's completely traumatized. So he grows up, he's being tortured by this mother superior at this orphanage, trying to make him accept Santa Claus, but he just can't. Anytime he sees Santa, he just freaks out. So when he grows up, he's working at a store, and they make him put him in a Santa Claus costume when the previous person wasn't available. So he just can't handle it. And then he starts hearing certain things referring to the Christmas spirit during the Christmas, and he just freaks out. So he just snaps, and he starts killing people.
Isn't Goldberg playing Santa sacrilegious? I don't know, technically, because he's...
Some people might think that because it's mostly a Jewish cast in the Santa Sleigh movie. So they kind of feel there's something...
All right, we have plenty of people in the chats, guys. If you want Santa's sleigh to stay in the running, you need to vote now. Otherwise, Silent Night, Deadly Night is going to run away with this.
And basically, the guy in Silent Night, Deadly Night, the Santa there, every time he kills someone, he's always says, punish, punish. that's like his word when he kills somebody.
Speaking of sacrilege, did anyone see that Santa Inc. TV show?
No. Is that on HBO Max?
That's the one. That's the one with Sarah Silverman, right?
And Seth Rogen, yeah.
No good?
I don't know. They're just blaming that the bad reviews are because people hate Jews. So we'll have to see whether or not it's true or not.
That seems weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, they're just voices. But okay. All right.
Well, apparently there's a lot of anti-Trump, anti-vaxxers.
So it's political.
All that stuff. So.
Okay, so we've got, looks like 3 for Santa's sleigh and 6. No, wait. How many for Santa's sleigh?
Yeah, it was like 3.
3, okay. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8 for Silent Night, Deadly Night, so it takes it.
Right.
Santa's sleigh loses.
Goes to the quarterfinals. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
All right, guys, so here we go. This is going to be an interesting one. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I got a good feeling, though, that I know how it is, but you never know with these guys, with our audience here. You guys are wily. Now we're going to pop this up here. We have, from Netflix, the wonderful Claus, the film, the animated film, Claus. That is going up against another film that has some stop motion in it, but primarily live action. With Will Ferrell, it is Elf. Elf is going up against Claus. Cast your vote now, everybody. We both know what these films are at this point. If you do not, you can say I don't know what they are, and Chris will be happy to tell you.
What's up, Marique? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, howdy.
Computer animated versus stop motion. One of the oldest, well, I guess not one of the oldest, but one of the hardest forms of puppetry. Stop motion animation.
So we have. Okay, Chris, you're going to do Elf. Kevin, you're going to do Claus, okay?
Right.
Here we go. Chris says Elf all the way. Austin says Elf. David says Claus. Ray says, wow, super tough, but Elf. Gabe says Elf. Mom says Elf. Dad says Elf. Ricky says Elf. Bonnie says Elf. David says bunch of elf bitches. Jarrett says Claus. The character has way more depth, so Jarrett's going Claus. Enrique says Elf. And Marique says, yeah, can you review them? So we are voting for the Santas in this. Think about that too, guys. This isn't just the film overall. So, Chris, if you want to describe Claus so Marique can get a little feel of that Santa.
Claus, he's a widowed, widowered woodsman. He lives in the woods. He makes toys, teams up with this mailman when they have, they live in this little town where everyone's bad. So basically start delivering toys to kids to make them good, give them some sort of reward for, being good. And basically eventually becomes that he dies, becomes the spirit of Santa Claus. And every year he delivers presents to the kids who are good. Very beautiful animation, wonderful story, wonderful acting. Again, Santa played by J.K. Simmons. And then we have Elf. The Santa in Elf, of course, is Ed Asner. And can't go wrong. Ed Asner, he's basically what you imagine Santa Claus looking like, kind of a curmudgeon. And so, yeah, we got very nice, like woodsy kind of, I think, a real in-depth take on Santa versus a kind of a traditional take on Santa.
Mm-hmm. Both great films. Janet says Elf as well. So Pete says Elf. I don't think Claus is going to win, guys.
No, it's a wipeout.
Let's see. Marique says, "Aw, sounds so nice. I didn't see Claus, but I'm definitely interested." So maybe you've at least converted somebody to watch it, Chris.
It's on Netflix. Awesome movie. It's in, I think, top 10 right now because it's Christmas time.
And Claus loses this round. Elf takes it, of course, as I thought. So Elf is the big winner this round. We're going to move on. Next round. I'm glad a lot of people were in now because it's a big one. By the way, everybody that's here right now does qualify, if you stay till the end, for the free prize giveaways that we're doing. We're giving away a Christmas-related Blu-ray and a Christmas-related toy for the good girls and boys. Ed Asner did steal it. He did wonderful. We have two really fun ones, and it's actually another modern-day classic, like Elf was, versus another Netflix original, like Claus was. We have Nightmare Before Christmas.
Jack Skellington as Santa.
With Jack Skellington, think of him. That's his Santa that we're going with on this one, not Sandy Claus. We're going with Jack Skellington's version of Santa Claus.
Versus
Kurt Russell in the Christmas Chronicles. There we go. Able to shrink that down quickly. There we go. So we have Jack Skellington as Santa Claus versus Kurt Russell playing Santa in the Christmas Chronicles. If anybody needs a breakdown of that, we can do that for you before you vote. If you need to know a little bit more about either film, that's fine. Otherwise, cast your vote and we'll move on from there. David says Bonnie is definitely going Jack Skellington. Ricky says Nightmare. Chris, let's have you do Nightmare. I'm going to do Christmas Chronicles, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Bobby says Nightmare Before Christmas. Marique says Jack Skellington all the way. Enrique says Christmas Chronicles.
Ooh, there we go.
That's all right. There we go. It just froze up for a second. Okay, so Ricky says Nightmare. Froze again. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. Jack Skellington all the way from Marique. Enrique says Chronicles. Froze again. This is not good. I'm losing my place here. I'm so sorry. Let's start again. Ricky says Nightmare. Marique says Nightmare. Enrique says Chronicles. Pete says Nightmare. Ray says Nightmare. David says Chronicles. Mom says Chronicles. Dad says Chronicles. Gabe says tough one, but Nightmare Before Christmas. Janet says Nightmare Before Christmas. And Bonnie says, oh, David, you don't know me that well. I'm actually going Chronicles. Bonnie goes,
if I did my calculations right, we might have a tie, but you two got to confirm.
I have 5 for Christmas Chronicles.
I have 6 for Nightmare.
Oh, close.
Mm-hmm.
Close.
Let's recount for Kevin. Ricky, Nightmare. Marique, Nightmare. Enrique, Chronicles. Jarrett, Nightmare. Pete, Nightmare. Ray Nightmare, Gabe Nightmare, Janet Nightmare.
That's actually 7, so I missed one.
So it was 7 on that one?
Yep.
And we have 5 of Christmas Chronicles. Guys, if you want Christmas Chronicles to win, you need to cast your vote. Otherwise, Night Before Christmas is going to take it and move on. I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to cast your vote on whatever you wish. I'm going to put that on the timer. And there we go. Count time down, guys. I'm really surprised that Bonnie did go.
I've actually never seen Christmas Chronicles. Are there elves in that movie?
Mm-hmm. They're animated, too. It's really weird. They're like... It's fun, but it kind of throws you for a second. The way they do them. Completely different from any of the others that you'll see. Okay, Chris Duque says Nightmare, so let's call it. Nightmare Before Christmas barely takes Christmas Chronicles.
Jack moves on to the semifinals.
All right. Next up, we've got some fun ones, guys. Evan, thank you for voting. We've got some fun ones. We've got Billy Bob Thornton being just so plain bad, guys. Just a bad guy. Let me see if I can get this shrunk down. There we go. We've got Billy Bob Thornton playing Bad Santa versus another Bad Santa of sorts. We are talking about Mel Gibson playing the Fat Man. Actually, Marique, if you haven't seen Christmas Chronicles, Kurt as Santa is kind of endearing. He's not uncomfortable at all. He actually just falls right into the role very, very well. It's actually a really fun little Christmas film. 10 TARDIS was Pete, Marique, and we counted Pete. I just didn't say 10 TARDIS. That's solely Pete. So let's do this. Bad Santa versus the Fat Man, guys. Cast your votes. Let's see who wins.
So it's basically Mad Max versus Snake Plissken.
Yeah. No.
So basically, in Fat Man, a rich, spoiled kid hires a hitman to kill Santa Claus because he didn't get the toys he wanted or whatever. And Santa Claus is a professional, and he's not going to take that shit. And that's going up against Billy Bob Thornton, who also doesn't want to take anybody's shit. And he doesn't want to take anything except for booze, actually, and women in very uncomfortable ways.
Doesn't take money, too.
Yeah, also true.
My apologies, Chris. You know what? I was thinking about that would be a cool matchup. Maybe that's what my mind was thinking. It would be kind of cool to see those guys about it.
Okay. Chris, you take the Fat Man. Kevin, you take Bad Santa.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you're the only one that knows about it, so you take the Fat Man.
Oh, come on.
What? He's the only one that's seen the film, Kevin.
Oh.
You all right?
Yeah, fine.
All right. Okay, so Mom says the Fat Man, Dad says the Fat Man, Ricky says Bad Santa, Enrique says the Fat Man, Bonnie says Bad Santa, Gabe says Bad Santa, Ray says Bad Santa, and Louie says Bad Santa. So where are we at on this?
5 for Bad Santa so
We're
far.
at 2 for Fat Man.
Janet says Bad Santa.
Uh-oh. Adding to the lead.
I don't think Fat Man's going to take this.
I don't think so either.
But I'll give it another 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock, guys. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, you know.
No freedom for William Kringle.
But while we wait, I can play a little ditty on the world's tiniest harmonica.
Oh.
If you all would like, if you would like to hear me play a little ditty on the world's tiniest harmonica, just type in harmonica in the chat.
Play us a 5-second tune.
If you would like to hear me play a tune from the world's smallest harmonica. David says Bad Santa. And Pete says Bad Santa. Austin
Yeah,
says Bad Santa.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
wrap.
that pretty much
It's a wrap.
puts the nail in the coffin there.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
over.
wrap.
It is over. I didn't get anybody that wanted to listen to the harmonica either, so it's over for me too.
Well, I was about to say if you wanted him to not play the harmonica to vote for Fat Man, but
Mom says, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, more coal for everybody for voting against her and Dad."
I'm with you,
Oops.
Mom and Dad. That's how I would have voted.
Okay, Bad Santa takes it.
All right. Now it's time for our final quarterfinals matchup.
We have a very interesting matchup. I don't know what to think of this one, to be honest. It's really strange. Oh, Marik wants to hear the harmonica, so we might do the harmonica here in a moment. Let's see here. We have
Tim Allen.
yeah, as soon as I can find him. There we go. We have Tim Allen in The Santa Claus.
Versus our PTSD Santa, Billy Chapman, from Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Weirdly enough. Oh, Ray Ray wants to hear the harmonica too, so we've got two harmonica.
I got some fans here. Look at that.
We can do it. So, we have The Santa Claus versus Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, while you guys vote, since I got a couple people that want to hear it, I might as well play a tune.
All right.
Here we go. There we go. See? Wasn't that wonderful? Just wonderful. That was titled Harmonica. Yeah. I've got more. Don't worry. I've got more songs if you want to hear them. Just type harmonica in.
Somebody's booing you. How dare they boo you?
No, she's not booing me. She's booing the loss of the last round, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just want to make sure.
I hope she's not booing me. How dare she? Okay, here we go. A lot of votes popping in, guys. Boom, boom, boom. All right.
I know where this is gonna go, so it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Enrique says Santa Claus. Mom says Santa Claus. Dad says Santa Claus. Pete says Santa Claus. Austin says Santa Claus. Marik says the Santa Claus. Play on. Hey, so she wants more. So that's 6 Santa Claus, and Bonnie says Silent Night, Deadly Night. Maria also says Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh my goodness, Maria.
Let's see. Ray Ray says Tim the Tool Man all the way. So he's voting for the Santa Claus. Title Little Harmonica. Yes, we'll do Little Harmonica now is the next song. She was booing Tim Allen is what she was booing, guys. There we go.
Well,
so here we go. Next song. It might sound similar to the first one, but it's not the same song. Here we go. There we go. That was titled Sad Little Guy. If you want to shorten it, just Chris.
Wait. Just call it Sad Little Santa.
Well, see, I was going to call it Pain in My Ass. So.
Gabe says Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, wow.
So we've got 3. How many for Santa Claus?
Yours counting.
Was I?
Yeah, I had 6 so far that I got for the Santa Claus.
Yeah, I had 6 as well. So 6-3. Wow, this is like closer than I thought it would be.
I know, me too. I was surprised it got even 1 vote, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
So we have 6 for the Santa Claus, 3 for Silent Night, Deadly Night. Anybody else wants to cast votes? We have enough people in the chat that have not voted yet. Feel free to do so if you want your film to win and move on. This is the quarterfinals that'll be advancing into. Actually, the semifinals after this. Yeah. This is the quarterfinals.
4.
All right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Thing changed.
Don't say anything new.
Yeah, neither do I.
David says Santa Claus, so we're moving on.
All right.
Santa Claus wins.
So we're in the Frozen 4 now?
Yes, the Frozen 4.
Now, how do we want to do this? Who's versus who here?
It would be Nightmare versus Elf.
Elf.
Oh my God. Can't say that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
All right, let's do it. We have Elf. And that is going up against... Wow. I can't believe we're doing this. That is going up against Nightmare Before Christmas, guys.
Jack Skellington. Versus Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Well, accidentally it's versus Ed Asner, but...
Well, true. Ed Asner. Versus
Elf against the Nightmare Before Christmas. Who's going to take it? All right, first vote in. Chris, you're going to take care of this vote for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Gotcha.
Kevin, you're going to do Elf.
All right.
Elf. Okay. So we have one vote for Nightmare Before Christmas, one vote for Elf. We also have two more votes for Elf. Interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Let us know your votes. Enrique votes Elf. Ray votes Nightmare Before Christmas. Pete votes Nightmare Before Christmas. Rick says, I mean, I have a Nightmare Before Christmas tree, so nothing is intercepting that in my brain. Austin says Nightmare Before Christmas. Gabe says Nightmare Before Christmas. Louis says Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Bonnie's deciding. Where are we at on these votes, guys?
I'm at 6 for Nightmare.
4 for Elf.
Okay, count another one for Elf and another one for Nightmare Before Christmas.
All right, so 7-5.
And one more for Nightmare Before Christmas.
8-5.
Okay, guys, this is a big one. We need you to cast your votes. Elf versus Nightmare Before Christmas. Which one is going to take it? Right now, Elf is losing, guys. Elf is going to lose to Nightmare Before Christmas. We're talking about Ed Asner versus Jack Skellington here. Clash of the Clauses. We're cooking up something really fun for next week also, by the way. And that one's going to be courtesy of Half's Hot Sauce. Half's Hot Sauce is a hot sauce company in Ohio. They provide wonderfully delicious hot sauces. Trippy Pickle being one of them. Also, they have a blueberry hot sauce that's called Indigo Fire. And a Sugar Rush Peach. It's a delicious peach hot sauce. They have a Pineapple, which is a spicy kind of a hot pineapple hot sauce. Just a whole choice varietals of delicious Half's hot sauces that you can try. I'm going to put their website in the chat. It's halfshotsauce.com. And you go there and you type in coupon code Donald Hiccups for you get 10% off your order. Yes, Marik, it's delicious. It's probably my first, if not second, favorite hot sauce that he has. It's a peach one. It's really good. Really,
the
really
pickle
good.
one's still my favorite, but...
Yeah, it's my mom's too. My mom loves the pickle hot sauce. Ray says, my dog Zero says Nightmare, if that counts. I think Nightmare's going to take it. We don't have any more votes coming in. So Elf loses to Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare to the championship round.
Yeah.
And now we got Bad Santa versus the Santa Claus.
This is a tough one, guys. These are two completely different films here. I think the last one was two completely different films as well, but this is much different, I feel, than what we're used to. So we've got Bad Santa here, and Bad Santa is going up against the Santa Claus. So we get Tim Allen versus Billy Bob Thornton. Which will it be? Who still has a career? Both of them.
Neither of them?
They're both in television.
What is Billy Bob doing?
He's doing Goliath on Amazon Prime.
I think Tim Allen's show just ended, didn't it?
It did. Last Man Standing did just end.
I tried to watch it. It was just a little too right wing for me.
It leans that way, yes.
Come on, Chris, have an open mind.
It still has its funny moments. I watch it occasionally because Darren's in it. I support, you know. But Chris, let's have you take Bad Santa. Kevin, let's have you do Santa Claus. So we have 1 vote for Santa Claus, 2 votes for Santa Claus, 3 votes for Santa Claus, 4 votes for Santa Claus, 1 vote for Bad Santa, a 5th vote for Santa Claus, a 2nd vote for Bad Santa. Ray says Santa Claus. I got a bad feeling about this one, guys.
Oh, that's where this is going.
Gabe says Bad Santa. Austin says Santa Claus. Maria says Bad Santa.
Maybe not.
Janet says Santa Claus. Where are we at with this, guys?
I have 8 votes for the Santa Claus.
I'm at 4 for Bad Santa.
Joe says Santa Claus as well. Thank you for joining, Joe. So that's 9-4 now, huh?
Yeah.
Not looking good for Bad Santa.
Nope. I think we might have our championship matchup set up.
I think we might. I'm going to give just 30 more seconds. We'll put it on the timer. Counting now.
It's going to make for a great
meantime,
championship.
I can do a little rendition, a little ditty for you guys called Stay to the End, Win a Prize. See, that was nice, huh? Win a prize. Andrew Brown, thanks for joining. Andrew says Santa Claus. So we got 1 more vote for Santa. That puts him over the edge. He takes it.
Yeah.
Wipeout. It's a win.
Santa Claus wins. Play a Christmas tune on tiny harmonica. I can. I'll do that at the end. We will wish you a Merry Christmas. How about that? So Bad Santa loses. Santa Claus takes it. And it is in the final round, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls, however you want to be called, elves and reindeer. We have
championship round.
The championship round. This is for all of the Nutcrackers. This is The Nightmare Before Christmas versus the Santa Claus.
Got Jack Skellington versus Tim the Toolman Taylor.
And yes, we're over time on this. I'm sorry, but that's just the way life works. All right. Okay, so, Chris, let's have you do Nightmare Before Christmas. Kevin, let's have you do the Santa Claus.
All right.
Maria says Nightmare Before Christmas. Marique says Nightmare Before Christmas. And that's where we're at right now.
Who shall be crowned our champion of the Clash of the Clauses?
Nobody knows.
Who is the king of the Clauses?
Nobody knows.
By the way, since I just thought about this, who's the best Mrs. Claus out of all the movies?
Okay, we got another vote. Bonnie says Nightmare Before Christmas. Mom says Santa Claus. Dad says Santa Claus.
All right.
So where are we at on this?
Got 2 for Santa Claus so far. Wait, I'm sorry.
Nobody knows.
Ah.
Okay. Andrew says I chose their love child. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
But he voted. He hasn't voted yet. So Marique said Nightmare. Bonnie said Nightmare. Mom said Santa Claus. Dad said Santa Claus. Gabe said Nightmare. Ricky says Nightmare. Enrique says Santa Claus. Pete says Nightmare. Ray says Nightmare. And Austin says Santa Claus.
Right, so that's 4 for Santa Claus so far.
5 now. Joe says Tim the Toolman.
All right, 5.
Okay, and Evan says Nightmare. So, Chris, how many for Nightmare?
7.
So we're 7-5. Nightmare against Santa Claus. This is a tough one. This is a.
Could we bring this to the Supreme Court, possibly?
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Could you imagine that, deciding the entire thing in the Supreme Court Council?
Andrew says it would be if you put them both together, Nightmare, since they can capture Santa without a hitch. So I think Andrew is voting for Nightmare Before Christmas.
If that's the case, we got 8 for Nightmare.
Chris Duque just voted for the Santa Claus.
Uh-oh. All right, so Santa Claus movie may not be dead yet.
Janet just voted for Nightmare.
Oh boy, maybe it is dead.
So we're at 9-6.
9-6. 9-6.
Yeah. So Nightmare's at 9. Santa Claus is at 6, guys.
I tell you, Jack Skellington's more popular than I thought.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to put 30 seconds on here, guys. Your final votes. Cast them. "30 seconds starting now."
Jack Skellington's going to start singing that song, "We Are the Champions."
I think it's coming. Unless we get 3 more. Marique says, Kevin, it's not a surprise.
Oh. All right. Marique's just talking that talk. So this is no surprise at all.
Actually, maybe I'll play Jingle Bells. I'll play Jingle Bells on the harmonica.
Can you do that?
I can do that. All right, that's it. Nightmare Before Christmas takes it. It wins the final round. Nightmare Before Christmas is the victor.
The king of the clauses.
Chris Duque, we counted that vote. It still would not have mattered. Nightmare was too far ahead. Nightmare Before Christmas wins.
We are the champions.
Yeah, and David voted for that. So, yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas is the ultimate champion of this match-up. Now, everybody that's still on right now, say that you are here. Just type "here" in the chat so we know you are present and we can add you to the Wheel of Fun. We are giving away a toy prize and also a Blu-ray of a holiday film. Now, the Blu-ray holiday film is going to be a surprise. It's going to show up at your door. You're not going to know what holiday film it is, but it will be something chosen by moi, so you know it will be eccentric, a bit odd, but devilishly handsome. And very just cute, just so cute and wonderful. Smart, intelligent, good looking, and charming. It'd be a charming film. Okay, I'm done. All right, we got some here's. Okay, so Marique says here. Kevin.
Got it.
Chris Duque says here. Janet says here. Andrew says here. Mom is here. Dad is here. Ray says here. Bonnie says here. Am I going too fast?
No, we're good. Keep going.
Austin says here. Enrique says here. Ricky says here. Gabe says here. Evan says here. Evan's got his hands full, so Ricky said he's here for him. And I know they work together, so we will add Evan. And let's see. Chris Duque, you already said here, so we got you, buddy. Okay, so that's how many people, Kevin?
It's like at least 11, right?
I don't know. Count. Jesus. What the shit? Do I gotta do it for you? All right, I'll count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pete's here, so that's 14.
There we go. Pete, that's what we're missing.
14 people. Maria is here as well, so that's 15. And yep, Evan, we counted you. No problem, buddy. Okay. All right, Kevin. Wheel of Fun. Let's do the toy giveaway first, buddy.
All right.
And this is a toy of Kevin's choosing. It's not of a sexual nature. It is an actual toy that you can put on yourself and enjoy.
It'll be Christmas themed.
Right.
All right. Here we go. Congratulations. A Texas man, Pete.
Pete.
10.
Pete wins the toy prize, hand-selected by Mr. Green, sent to your home, Pete. So make sure to text or message Kevin your address so you can get your toy prize. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and a festive for the rest of us, and a good Kwanzaa as well.
I think Hanukkah ended last night, but...
Yes, it did, but that's okay. We can still say it. All right, and now, Alex says he is present, so we can add Alex. There we go. Okay, so Kevin, you added him?
Yeah, he was already there.
Oh, he was already there. All right, excellent. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, and for the Blu-ray Christmas film, Kevin, spin that wheel, baby.
Here we go.
We love you too, Pete. Miss you as well.
All right. The winner is Ray.
Who?
Ray.
Ray?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Okay, Ray wins. Ray, you win the Blu-ray. Has Ray won before, by the way?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has either. Ray, you won, buddy. You are present. Yeah, Ray, you win. You win. Hand selected by me, the Blu-ray holiday film that will be sent to your home. Ray, I don't know if you have my information. If you don't, reach out to Kevin. He'll give you my information, and then you can hit me up, give me your address, or just give Kevin your address. He'll send it to me, and I'll ship out your surprise holiday Blu-ray film with post-haste so you can get it before Christmas, okay? Yes, you, Ray, you won. You won. So, happy holidays, everybody. And as we go to close out, I'm going to play a little ditty, Jingle Bells. So, everybody, Chris, Kevin, sing while I play along. Are you ready?
Hey.
Jingle bells.
Jingle
Jingle
bells,
bells.
jingle bells,
Jingle bells.
all the way.
Jingle bells.
All the fun is
Jingle bells.
That was terrible. I apologize for all of us. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you. We appreciate it. Courtesy of Half's Hot Sauce and Splattered Frog Brewing. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it very much. Goodbye. Have a lovely evening. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll be back next week for a big one.
if we don't
Details
see you.
coming soon.
And
Good night,
also, if we
guys.
don't see you at the comic shop.
Right. Yeah, if we don't see you out and about anytime soon, yeah, definitely, Kevin. We'll see you at the comic shop.
See you at the fantastic, faithful, and fancy comic book shop.
Bye, everybody.